Welcome to part 20 of the book of Revelations. And I'm going to try to get as many of these knocked out of the park as I can tonight as possible because uh, I want to get as many of these done this weekend as possible. Let's just put it that way. Because I don't know how crazy my schedule will be for the next little while till things get lined out. And I get things figured back out again. But anyways, recapping Revelations 2, verse 16. Repent, or else I will come to you quickly and will fight against them with the sword of my mouth. That's the sinners, as I was saying in that last part. But this is part 20 of the book of Revelations, and I should have been time-stamping these. I do apologize. This is December the 29th, 2023. So sorry about that. We are almost at the end of what some of y'all call the year and getting ready to start into the new year, but in truth, we have actually already entered into the new year, according to the Maseroth. Y'all really need to keep up with stuff. You don't do things biblical. Hardly anything at all do you do biblical. But anyways, verse 17. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To him that overcomes will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone. And in the stone a new name written, which no man knows, saving he that receiveth it. I got my stone in 2020. I went through a really hard thing. And I fought and I wrestled with demons and witches and even angels. And I got my stone. And I'm still struggling every day to try to grow and to be who it is that the Lord has made me to be. Just like anybody else. No special treatment, no special privileges. Suffering just like you. Suffering just like you. And to the angels of the church in Thyatira write, these things saith the Son of God, who has his eyes like to a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass. I know your works and your charity, which is love, and works is deeds, and service and faith, and your patience. Which is perseverance. And your works, and the last to be more than the first. Have you ever been any of these things? Have you ever felt like something was calling to you from this book? Notwithstanding, I have a few things against you because you permit the woman Jezebel, which calls herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication. Now, who's that talking about? That's talking about the great harlot church, the Jezebel, to seduce my children, my servants, to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed to idols. And I gave her space, which means time. That's what that space means right there. See, time. To repent. And behold, I gave her space to repent. Behold, let's see. I gave her space to repent of her fornications, and she repented not. Whew. But behold kept catching my attention. Behold, I will cast her into a bed, and them that commit adultery with her into great tribulation. That adultery means unfaithfulness. And that great tribulation means affliction. He's going to cast you into a great affliction, except they repent of their deeds. Now, if you don't come out of what you're doing and stop worshiping all these idols and throw them down and come back to the Lord the way you're supposed to be with the Lord and into His covenant with Him, you're going to be in that tribulation. That's afflictions. That's His wrath. Now, Satan's wrath is what the church goes through. That's the wrath of man. That's not the wrath of God. And we're already doing that. You do that every day that you live from the moment that you start working for the Lord. You go through the wrath of Satan all the time. He's always trying to steal you from God's hand or make a deal with you like Esau and give you pottage or whatever for your birthright. He's always trying to do something. If he can't steal from you, and he can't trick you, and he can't snare you and give you something for your kingdom, then he tries to kill you. But he really is trying to deceive all the children of God. But he does not have authority. So stop giving it to him. And I will kill her children. Now this is still Jesus saying this. I will kill her children. But I've been told, I don't know how many times, God don't kill people. Do not tell me that. You are not reading your word. God kills people. He absolutely does. He did it before, and he'll do it again. Is he long-suffering? Absolutely. Now, and I will kill her children with death. Who do you think's been doing this stuff and permitting it? And all the churches shall know that I am he which searcheth the reins and the hearts, and I will give to every one of you according to your works. If you receive death, your wages were sin. That's what you earned, was death, because you were doing sin. You understand what I'm saying? The wages of sin is death. He's going to give us according to our works. If we're sinning, we are going to die. But he knows our minds. That's what the hearts, the reins of the heart is, the minds. But to you, I say, and to the rest in Thyatira, as many as have not this doctrine. Now, see, all these things you got to understand about these different churches. Though they be different churches, there can be people. I go to several different churches, okay? Um, so try to understand this. I'm going to use one as an example. I go to Fritz on Saturday. Now, there could be someone from each of these churches at Fritz. There could be someone from each of these churches at Punchin. There could be someone from each of these churches at Brother Johnny's. There could be someone from each of these churches at White Oak. There could be someone from each of these churches at Brother Krause's. There could be someone from each of these churches at Brother Matt Noble's in Michigan. I'm using these brothers because I know they won't mind, and their churches for me to use them to explain this. There could be some of these people at Trace Branch, Brother Case Boat and them down there. Yes, there could be some of each of these churches right down there. Please don't forget, Trace Branch does have church on Saturday nights. If there's ever not a service on uh, at Fritz or wherever else you attend on Saturdays, don't forget Brother Case Boat and Sister Virginia and them down there at Trace Branch. I'm sure they would love to have anybody come out and be with them. As soon as I get able enough to jihad up them steps, I will be back to see y'all. Love y'all. Anyways, let's get on back into this. I'm going to recap that verse 23. I just feel in my spirit to do it again. And I will kill her children with death, and all the churches shall know that I am he which searcheth the reins and the hearts, and I will give to every one of you according to your works. But to you I say, and to the rest in Thyatira, as many as have not this doctrine, which means teaching, and which hath not known the depths, which is deep things, of Satan, as they speak, I will put upon you no other burden. But that which you have already had, that which you already hold fast till I come, that which you have already. Hold fast, which means hold firmly. Do you see that? Let me see, where's it at here? Firmly. And he that overcomes and keeps my works to the end, to him will I give power over the nations. But you see what you got to go through? God's not going to just give you power over the nations for nothing. You have to hold fast. You have to do what you're commanded to do. You have to live this. You have to go through some things. You're not going to get something for nothing. You got to be faithful. You got to be faithful. And I will see you in the next part, because I don't want to start the next verse and get caught in the middle by my time. So, see you in the next part. We'll pick up. We're going to recap verse 26. And we'll fill on out from there. See you in the next part.